Jazz hands, welcome to Rage Across New York. This is a Living World of Darkness scene for the werewolves. Alright, scene starts out with Bettina, formerly Bettina Schwarting, but now Bettina Stewart. After a very long and really awkward day, she's here with really the only other garou she knows, Danica, at wanton destruction, picking over the remnants of a meal that they just had. Thank you, actually, for taking me out. That was a nice surprise.
Well, figured it might be a nice gesture considering whatever it is you got yourself into.
Oh, I can tell you.
Please do.
Well, quite simply, I was drugged.
Drugged?
Yes. I was at a bar, and the authorities caught me because I was... She looks around to see who else is there. The authorities caught me because I was underage for drinking. But, more disconcertingly, somebody had slipped some sort of substance or drink into what I was drinking, and suddenly I thought I saw... I thought I saw ghosts. I was really upset. I wanted to go to the hospital, and we went, and it's kind of taken me all day to recover.
Huh. Did you get a... Well, I guess if you didn't go to the emergency room, I was going to say you could have got a toxicology report. You didn't mention that to the police, did you?
Well, no, they locked me up first, and then we went to the hospital after. Why?
Did they take any blood?
No. I took a breathalyzer test.
Then how do you know that you're drugged? Or that you were drugged?
Well, I didn't just start to see those things. We didn't go through any of the proper rituals. And
you're in a city where there's multitudes of different things out there that have a multitude of different abilities.
So you think this was some sort of attack?
Well, maybe, I don't know. Could have been, or...
Is there any way to trace this to whom my attacker might have been?
Maybe the Theurges?
I see.
Meanwhile, Kenjii's at the front of the restaurant, eyeing the clock and hoping nobody else comes in because it's almost closing time.
And Danica will actually, as Kenjii, she and Bettina are talking, she'll turn around towards Kenjii. Kenjii, we're out of jasmine tea.
Ah, yeah. He goes get some tea since most of the servers have already left for the night. And of course, as he's doing so, he's keeping a nervous eye towards the door, as he always does.
Outside of the restaurant, a 1984 American classic pulls up, and out of it walks Dr. Anthony Mega, and he goes up to the restaurant and walks in and looks inside.
Of course, seeing this, Kenjii immediately puts the tea on hold and goes to the front. For one, yes?
Sorry, sir. A friend of mine invited me here, a woman named Danica Chevalier.
Ah, yes. Right this way. Leading you to the only table left with diners this evening. As he checks the clock, seeing as it just turned to closing time, starts locking up.
Thank you very much.
Anthony.
And he looks a lot more relieved now.
Danica, it's a pleasure.
Who are you?
Oh, introductions. Bettina. This is my friend Anthony. He is, well, he's like you. but of a different ilk.
Oh,
Where are
okay.
these other people going to leave?
Kenjii comes eventually with the tea and starts cashing out everybody else as it's closing time, unlocking the door, letting them out, and then relocking the door afterwards, of course.
Bettina
Mega
nods
sits
afraid of
herself
that.
down at the table.
Different ilk then.
Well, I
You,
didn't want to speak for
parents
him.
were the,
but
one of your parents was the, some words, they don't, I haven't been taught in English, but,
I'm sorry,
did
where are
you
you
say,
from?
Ulfir? Ulfir like a dog or something?
I don't follow. No, he's kin.
Oh, okay. She still seems confused by the former bit, but she says, "Pleased to meet you." And holds out her hand.
Two
And
Bettina.
grabs you by the elbow and gives a good shake.
Mega responds. Well, pleasure to meet you, madam. I assume you're kin? You don't look like a garou.
Don't I? Tell me.
And one
Tell me.
business.
What gives it away?
I'm going to roll now to see if I can spot if you're a garou or not, because that's one of his little merits.
Okay, and she's interested in you because people normally can't.
I suppose I get one success. You just don't have the look. I'm sorry. It's a talent of mine. I can see our blessed cousins when they're in Hamid form. It's nothing to do with, I don't know, gnosis, I suppose. It's just the way they move, the way they talk.
Good talent, good talent. Okay. And interesting to know that that exists.
It can be
So,
very handy.
oh, I bet around here. But now that everybody is gone, different ilk. What does that mean?
I
Oh, I'm
assume
sorry. Just a fancy way of saying a different tribe.
Ah, Silverfang?
Silverfang, no. I'm Black Fury.
Oh, I.
I
Really?
get that a lot. Don't worry about it. If you're not a garou, they keep you. Let's put it like that. If you're a man, that is.
It's a hard life.
That is. And what tribe are you, may I ask?
The best one.
Everybody is a little bit self-involved when it comes to their tribe.
Yes, but I am rather passionate about mine. I'm of the Get.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. That's the same tribe as our warden, is it not?
Yeah.
I don't get the joke.
To herself.
Danica. What's so funny?
Danica, I'm so sorry. I was told that you weren't Ragabash.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. Remember the whole conversation we had about coping mechanisms?
Well, I suppose the pay's the same. Anyway,
Kenjii will
yes, I do know that there's another one, although I'm starting to learn that the other one might be the only other get in the sept.
As far as I know, I think that might be the case, although I don't know every garou in the city. I'm not as new as you, it seems, but I'm still not been here for a year yet, so people come and go. A lot of our kind are quite transient, it seems.
Yes.
Danica will spy over at Kenjii as he seems to be approaching.
he sort of clears his throat a little bit walking by the table as he goes towards the back, letting his last server know that she is relieved for the night, lets her out the back door, and comes over towards the table, having a seat at the table just across the aisle from them. Now that everybody else is gone for the night, perhaps I might join this conversation?
Yes, of course. She backs away a little bit from you, like impressed, kind of, because she can pick up. She's been trained to pick up on both your pure breed and your appearance. She looks surprised, but it's been a surprising 2 days. Now you are the owner.
Kin to the stargazers, myself. Couldn't help but overhear your conversation earlier.
Bettina turns to Danica, and then goes back to Kenjii. I'm sorry, kin to what?
The stargazer tribe.
Eastern, very eastern cousins.
Some are still in Alaska, though.
What, like China?
Yes. China, Japan, all Pacific Rim.
Oh,
I'm gonna
interesting.
roll my intelligence and garou lore to see if I can't make a certain call on something. Not even a chance. So no.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. So, what's your name again? Kenjii?
Kenjii Yoshida.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Yoshida. Wow, Danica, you've been keeping Kinfolk, it seems. Have you been collecting us?
No, not quite. I only met Kenjii really in passing the other evening.
The restaurant keeps me rather busy.
It was the last time I saw the Bonar Melly.
I've met her once before.
I haven't seen her in days. I wonder if maybe she's gone to ground with some of the other Bonars, maybe trying to keep warm.
Well, like I said before, a lot of our kind are quite transient. The Bonar is more than most. She could have gone anywhere. She's not here.
Well, they are everywhere. So she may have left, but she's never truly gone, I suppose.
True.
Family's family. She'll come back if she wants, I guess.
But now we're all here. I mean, why are you in New York, Bettina? You just come over? Are you here to stay? Are you just visiting?
Oh, no. I was here as part of an arranged marriage.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Actually, I'm recalling a conversation I had with Danica now. You are the ward's blushing bride, are you not?
Well, I have to do quite a bit to get me to blush. But, yeah. Yeah, I just got married to him.
Oh, how long's it been?
2 days now.
How'd you find
Although,
it?
really, it has not been what I expected.
Why? What's happened?
I've been arrested. I've been drugged. I have still not seen the Jarl. I haven't seen too much of the Warden.
I think
Danica.
you'll find.
What?
I'm sorry. I think you'll find that being married to a garou, especially one of such high rank, they're at war. He's going to be fighting for a lot of his time.
I know, but I'm confused. I was told that such and such a price was paid. I was to come down here. We were to breed. And also, well, never mind. I guess I won't get into that.
Say as much as
Danica.
possible.
Danica?
Yes.
People have been talking about the Warden.
Well, he's one of the more prominent figures in the sept, so that's no surprise.
Behind his back.
Yes.
They say he's
Again.
lonely. They say
He's
that
what?
it is wrong for him to be packless. I agree with this logic very deeply. And I have to ask, I don't see you with other people. I see you with him when I do. Do you have a pack?
Well, him and I are working on that. We need a third to really call ourselves a pack, but for the most part, I'd say that him and I are about as close to being a pack as two loners at the moment can be.
Well, we have two kinfolk here. Dr. Mega?
Yeah.
Mr. Yoshida?
Hi?
Do you
Yes.
have anybody that is packless as well?
I think
I
you're under the
would-
misconception, my dear, that kinfolk get to be in packs. We don't.
No, I said, do you have anybody? Do you have any amongst your family?
I'm not seen my family for about 11 years.
Most of mine are back east.
Okay.
I'm rolling to see if I know something real fast. No, definitely not. Kenjii seems lost in thought for a good while after that botch.
He gets a headache, straining himself so.
I have heard that his kind are very contemplative.
And Doctor,
Yeah.
to clarify something, I know that we can't be in a pack. I've been invited before, but and no, sorry, that's incorrect. I haven't been invited into packs, but I have been invited to go a wandering, and things and so forth, but no, not in a pack.
To go where? Sorry.
I haven't learned all the words yet. I picked up Ragabash the other day, but wandering is when you go from this place to the other place that Gaia has.
You can go into the Umbra.
To fight Jormungandr and so forth.
But you can go there.
Yes.
So you have gnosis. Gaia's blessing, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Lucky you.
I thought I was alone here in that capability.
You've got gnosis too.
Yes, it's sort of what drew me here.
Mr. Yoshida, who's your mate?
Long story, rather not get into.
Danica, you free on Friday?
Bettina, you're barking up the wrong tree right now.
Right. I'm just joking. Actually, while we're at it, Mr. Yoshida.
Kenjii, please.
Okay, Kenjii. I have a question.
I might have answered.
If I were to challenge you in combat and I won, could I have a job here?
You could just hand him a resume.
I don't have a resume.
Well, I doubt combat's a good sign for some working in a restaurant.
It's a good sign for everything.
The name of the restaurant refers to the war that was here before I opened, not the fact that there needs to be more fighting inside.
I thought it referred to diarrhea.
Oh.
I don't see where the need for a challenge is.
You won't fight me.
Why would I? It would be counterproductive to
We're
unity
fighting
of
to
all
improve
under
our
Gaia.
skills. You have Gaia's blessing, and you won't. You know what? I didn't mean to get into an argument. How about an arm wrestle? That barely counts.
That I could agree to, if you are insisting so much.
Well, great.
Strength athletics, that would be?
Strength and brawl.
Oh, that's the same. Same pitiful dice roll.
As they're doing that, Mega will turn to Danica. You say, they both have noses.
Yeah, so what's going to happen here is something very bad for me, I think.
Okay, so they go and they clench, and Bettina, after like doing the exact same thing last night with Jericho, is expecting a little bit of a fight and like a stamina save at the very end. But instead, when she goes to like clench arms with him and stuff, she knocks him over, and he actually tumbles a little bit and falls backwards.
Oh, we should roll for damage on that one.
Yeah, I think you should. That was a botch on my end.
Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe you are a garou.
And she laughs, and she goes, "My God, man, are you okay?"
Fine. It's
Okay.
might need
Let
a
me roll for
couple.
damage. Okay, it's just bashing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll my pitiful one stamina. Oh, hey, that works.
Okay, cool. So you're all right, man. You're all right.
Just
You don't
stumbled over
for
the
a
floor.
while.
on like some of the cushions or something. You're all right.
Little bit of ice. I'll be back.
Okay. And
10XO looks.
He heads off for a moment, kind of humiliated.
Bettina covered her face and she goes, "I'm looking like a goddamn thug here."
Well, it seems like you got yourself a job.
I guess. How the fuck do you guys do things around here? That was insane.
Well, I've not had to arm wrestle anybody yet, so. But it seems to be doing you good. Yeah. Where are you from originally, by the way?
Oh, Tübingen.
Forgive my ignorance. What country's that?
It's in Germany, northern Bavaria.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned a little bit of English. Well, I thought I had a great command of English, but I come here and I find out that there's gaps here and there.
You're doing all right from everything I can gather, actually.
Thank you.
You don't actually speak as broken English as somebody who was raised in this country, more or less.
Well, I knew I was going to be married off since I was pretty little. That's one of the reasons they pulled me out of high school.
Wait, you never finished high school?
No.
You'll start coming back.
She'll, kind of regard Kenjii with a slight smile before looking back at Bettina with a look of some confusion.
I was too busy fighting for Gaia and whatnot.
How old are you, may I ask?
I was pulled out of, well, the equivalent is high school 3 years ago. I'm 18.
Fine. How old's your husband?
I don't know.
Older.
Yeah, I think so. But he's a garou. He's a warden. He's of my tribe. Made a good match. And it sounds like he's an excellent example of my tribe, too.
I do have a lot of respect for him. I've only been present at meetings and not spoken to him myself yet, but he does seem to be very good at what he does. He does have a lot of respect from everybody. I know earlier on you said people were talking about him behind his back. People grumble about anyone of higher rank. It's just the way it is.
Perhaps the meaning was wrong. I literally meant to say they were speaking of him when he wasn't present. And they were saying that, he's lonely, it's not good that he doesn't have a pack, sort of thing. I agree with it. I want him to find a pack. I assume all of his former pack members must have fallen or something. But such is the way.
Fallen or left the city, one or the other. It's extremely transient, this place.
Wow, yeah.
Tends to be, yes.
Kenjii, okay? Did she hurt you?
Wrist's a little sore, but this too shall pass.
Hey,
Did
I'm
you actually
sorry.
take any bruising damage?
No, actually, out of character, I actually have a sore wrist, so this works out very well. Nothing.
Look, I feel bad. However,
You can work cash. You can work cash register. Yes.
Yes.
Perfect solution to problem I've been having during lunch rush.
Thank you. Great.
Just a quick question, Bettina. People here in New York, they tend to want what they want, and they really don't give a damn how they speak to somebody they view as serving them. Are you going to be able to handle that?
What are you saying?
Well, I don't know how you would react if, some soccer mom got up in your face and was, telling you what she thought of you, which would, if she's angry, may not be a very high opinion.
It's dishonorable to fight with somebody much weaker than me.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, that's all.
Okay. Kenjii?
Yes.
Thank you for the job. I would like to train you when you have free time.
After close, that is
Yes,
usually free time. Though
Gaia loves you, and it's a shame that you're unable to help her, or are too busy, one way or the other.
she was called back east. My future lay west. She is doing what she must do for Gaia.
I don't understand. So you don't want to know how to fight?
Oh, I do, but I've always been more interested in things on the other side, as it were. The spirits that are always around this place.
think what Kenjii means is he's more of a scholarly type.
But would not be opposed to learning how to defend myself. But it is not something that comes natural.
Okay. Tina puts on, she's very calm and serene and so forth, and she goes, okay. But hopefully, if Gaia ever needs it, you will be interested in serving her.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm under the impression that learning how to fight's a bit of a no-no, really. All the things you're going to go up against can rip you to pieces in 2 seconds. I'm learning how to shoot myself. I'd rather hit things at a distance.
Wait a minute. How did you... So you've never fought against a garou?
Once, and I ended up having 2 months in hospital. So,
Well, then you definitely need to train.
what's the point of learning how to die? If I fight, I'm going to fight at a distance.
Well, even that's lacking at the moment, Anthony. And she kind of says with a sort of a smug grin.
I didn't shoot anyone in the bar. It was fine.
Now, that might have been the problem. I mean, the ceiling, it was never quite the same after that.
Oh, really? Well, at least I didn't shoot a garou in the ass.
Wait a minute. What happened?
I'm starting to think it's better that things have not happened here yet.
Don't worry, no one's going to get shot.
Our dear friend here, Mr. Mega, was refereeing a contest between one of my tribe and a member of the Bonars.
Ah,
Okay.
And to get everybody's attention, he decided to fire a few rounds. Well,
They were going
into
to
the air.
frenzy. They were about to kill each other. And there was another bonar about to jump in as well. So, it was getting out of hand.
There were plenty more of us there to put a little bit of ice on that fire.
Hey, just doing my bit. But anyway,
No, I understand. And she walks eyes with you for a second, and she's making it very clear, like, yeah, I get that.
with the whole gun thing, I'm meaning to speak to Blitzkrieg myself, the warden, and ask him a question. If I put it through you guys first, see what you think he'll say. As it stands, I'm going to make myself better with a gun. I've joined a shooting range and I'm improving. But against things like black spirals, all I can do is basically shoot myself in the head. I can't fight back. What do you think the Sebs here would be on Silver Bullet?
Whew. Are, whew. You really think
They're
that's
not that hard to get and they're not that expensive.
I've understood, but I am. Wow, you really think?
Look, I'm not going to go shooting our own people. It's so I can actually do some damage if we actually get attacked by the black spirals, that's all. And I'm not going to be taken to one of their breeding pits, I know that much. I'd rather shoot one in the face than shoot myself in the head.
Okay, well, what's been going on?
Oh, this preparation and being able to do something.
But do you know that they have a presence here?
And they have been in New York. I've not seen them myself, but I've spoken to garou that have fought with them.
No, they've been here. That's enough. Okay.
And if you
Okay.
can look into the Umber as well, if you look over at Where is it, Danica? Queens? And look at the storm in the sky?
Danica nods. Although, as Blitzkrieg and a few others have informed me, it moves. So it could be in Queens now and then be in the Bronx later.
And if you, Kenjii, are in tune with the spirits, maybe you should have a look at it as well.
I may have to do so. It seems like something came through here before I opened the restaurant. It might be just that which you referenced.
Okay. All
But-
right. What's going on with this storm, and how does it tie into, corrupted garou?
Well, I don't know if there has been a correlation drawn just yet between that. I haven't heard of any spirals in the city, actively at least at the moment.
Okay, but my question is then, I see why you would want silver bullets for corrupted garou. It's unpleasant, but I understand. But why would you want it against a storm that's happening in the spirit ways?
I don't want it against the storm. I was just saying that a lot's going on here. And you're talking about fighting for Gaia. You just might have to do that. And I'm not a soldier myself. I'm a doctor, but I want to be able to deliver a punch, make something hurt, even if I don't kill it. That's why silver bullets. Danica, what do you think the ward would say?
I think Blitzkrieg is of the mindset the best best defense is a good offense. He might sanction it.
Guru get jumpy, but just because someone has the option or the ability to hurt a Guru doesn't mean they're going to do it, especially if they're kinfolk.
I trust Kinfolk with silver more than I do other garou.
And Bettina says, "Excuse me."
Don't misunderstand my meaning, but Kinfolk tend to react more judiciously with doling out aggressive actions. We have a problem sometimes at keeping our furnaces in check. I've heard of accidents happening.
There is clearly a lot I need to learn here. Okay.
Well, Bettina, I'm sure you've seen rage manifest in garou before. I'm sure you've seen it take them over.
Yes. Say I came down here to this strange place. Do you think my family would send me down completely unprepared? What if my partner flew into a frenzy? What if they flew into a frenzy and they had already bred with me and I was pregnant and so forth? The child would be lost, the whole thing would be a mess. I would be undefended and so forth like that. So it's important to learn this, but still, I'm taught that the garou, they are brothers and sisters in war, and they must trust each other as brothers and sisters. Part of the reason why regarding each other as anything more is so repulsive.
Well, Bettina, let me put it like this. I would trust to put my back to Blitzkrieg or any other garou here in the set, if it came down to it. Back to back, to the death. No, I would never question that.
Okay.
But between what I've seen out of the set, sometimes jawing sessions, bull sessions, as you might call it. Sometimes tempers flare.
Like the incident in the bar when I shut the ceiling.
Yes,
That was a fight that could have been a death involved if it wasn't stopped.
if Andre
The
and
most concerning thing was that it happened in a city. That
yes,
happened in like a large park or something. Probably would have solved a lot of that.
Well, I believe actually we had a problem recently with public displays of, well, combat. I
Where?
believe when
Veil
the
compromised?
talons. Pardon?
Was the veil compromised?
I'm not too clear on the specifics, but I do believe some red talons were seen attacking the sept by the general public.
Oh, that I was told that there was. Okay, no, I heard a little bit about that.
The red talons have been dealt with now, though, haven't they?
Pardon?
The red talons, they've been dealt with now. They're all
As
part
far
of
as I
that
know,
power
when
station fiasco.
well, we're not up to our necks in lupus indiscriminately killing, so I would assume yes, they have been dealt with, at least to a acceptable level.
Kenjii looks a bit confused at the mention of red talons. Red talons? Is that not something I've heard before?
All I know is that they were another tribe that was at war with the Bone Gnawers here.
They're mainly lupus, and they don't like mankind very much.
Hmm.
Lupus,
That
Very
like
would,
old school.
the cancer or like the constellation?
Like the breed.
I understand,
Wolfhorn.
I understand now. Okay.
You know, Bettina, I don't know what your free time would be like, but you could actually probably do well for yourself if you were to go to night school and finish up your high school degree. You'd probably immerse yourself in quite a bit of English.
My problem, though, seems to be that the words that I am so used to, uh,
It seems like she'd break the veil if she went into an English
yes,
course in the United
that's
States.
the problem. I can talk to you about normal everyday things. I can talk to you about threats and so forth, but when it comes to really specific words, it seems like that's where the problem is.
Ah, okay.
Like lupus and stuff, I call it fear.
Don't worry, you seem clever enough. You'll get used to it eventually. Give it a month or two and you'll be 100%.
And going of wandering, that's going to gnosis. I learned that Falnirs are ragabashes. So I am learning. I've only been here 2 days.
You picked up a good bit then. I just wasn't sure if it was your. Yes, you have. I just wasn't sure if you were if your English was lacking in a total sense, not just in a within the nation sense.
I think that's where the big holes are. I haven't discovered anything else. But honestly, this is the first time that I've been speaking English to native speakers.
I'm not a native speaker.
Speakers.
I think the only one here that's a native speaker of English is Anthony here.
Well, apparently I don't have a good ear for accents yet, then.
Some of us just
Chevalier?
France.
And how many languages do you exactly speak?
She holds up one hand with all the fingers extended. 5.
Wow, isn't there a term for that?
Multilingual?
Polyglot.
That's the one I was thinking of. See, she knows more English than me.
Reminds me to have linguistics on this character that needs to be there. Oops.
That needs to be turned into a merit, sir.
Yeah.
As for holes in my education, I'm sure there are some. But it was emphasized.
Well, it comes down to it in your... Believe me, dear, the mundane is useful in this city. And not just in a, rounding yourself out sense. I mean,
Well,
it might be a good thing for you on a personal level.
up until 4 months ago, I didn't think I was going to America to get married. But No, I see what you mean. So I'm getting a job, and I want to meet the other kinfolk.
Yeah, actually, and she kind of points at the three of them. You're actually the only ones that I've gotten really any kind of indication of that are in the city at the moment. At least with the
That's
absence of
impossible.
Millie.
That is, how is that possible?
I think there's a big bone or Kinfolk contingent, but
Oh,
they
okay.
come and go, like I said.
It took me quite some time when I first arrived before I really got to meet those in the park.
Actually, okay, there was a young man the other night that I arm wrestled, and his name was
You
Jack.
arm wrestle someone else? You do it every night?
I
Some people have
don't
their...
have access to a gym. Besides, it's a lot of fun. You should really pick it up. Anyways, I was told that he was a magician.
A
At
mage?
that, Danica's eyes just lock on Bettina, and she doesn't even try to hide it, but she just almost like staring a hole through Bettina. What was his name again?
Jack. And I was told that he was a good man, and he seemed like a good man.
Magician?
Mage. Kenjii.
Oh, okay, that was the word that Travis was using.
Or as some people like say, can rapists, if you want to be nasty.
What?
I wouldn't associate with him.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Wait, they...
It's a bad term for mages. The
Okay,
more powerful ones can suck Gaia's energy.
they are rapists?
Karen rapist. Specifically...
A Karen is a...
place
We need a
of power.
garou German phrase book.
We do. We really do.
Yeah, a Karen is...
The
Yeah.
spiritual center of our set.
Who? Okay.
They can
Okay.
drain the power of Gaia.
Well, okay, then I will track him down.
No.
Whoa there.
No.
Don't be too hasty. I think. Why is his name Jack?
He goes by Jack, but his name is actually Jericho.
He's not a good man. He
Jericho.
lied to me.
I know
Did
that some
you-
have been customers before, so if...
But
that-
they steal from Gaia.
Not all of them, Bettina.
Not all of them. Okay. Does this man steal from Gaia?
Not that I know of. In fact, he's allied with quite a few of the garou in the city.
Well, he thinks he's allied with Garou in the city.
That's the garou in question, I suppose.
Danica,
Yes.
your words are hard to follow, but as you are addressing kinfolk, I would assume that it's information that's okay for us to know. So what do you mean by he thinks that he's allied with us? Is there something that you were trying to tell us, kinfolk?
There was an incident almost a month ago where we were out at a bar in New York, out here in the city. He came in, and some of the other garou had let a few choice words, tribe names, to a mundane person. This person then repeated them, and he reacted to them. Somebody we knew at that time to be human. So we kindly invited him.
Why did he know?
I'm getting to that.
Okay. By the
He
way,
was-
shame on those people for saying our names.
It happens more often than you think.
Oh, shame and dishonor. Okay, go on.
Much more, unfortunately.
We escorted Mr. Jericho back to a establishment very similar to this, where we could have a conversation in private. He then informed us that he was a close companion to a certain other Philodox in the city. a child of Gaia
Okay.
by the name of Alicia. I'm pretty sure her name has come up once before while we've...
I think she's one of the few that I've actually met.
Yes.
Did this, I'm sorry, Child of Gaia is a tribe?
Yes, it is.
And the Child of Gaia, did she know that this man knew tribe names?
From all accounts, we seem to think, or at least I seem to think, she was the one that gave out that name to him. Those names to him.
Well, okay. Go on.
But we questioned him, interrogated him, and I used, anyway, my abilities to discern the truth. From everything I can tell, he is not currently defiling Gaia. He has no intention of it. So, one of our fosterns, by the name of Contemplates the Mercy, allowed him to leave.
Oh, yes. I know Contemplates.
Yeah. Well, he allowed Jericho to leave, and I have had several contacts with Jericho, getting him to spill more and more of what he knows.
I'm confused. Why did not Contemplates fix his mind to be something more agreeable?
Well, that may be having to do with what he is.
Mages may only be human, but they are quite powerful in their own way. I met another mage the other night. He showed me the Umbra.
Huh.
By the way, if ever a private conversation is needed, that is why I keep the room in back open.
Oh, okay.
It's good to know, Kenjii.
But I'm confused now, but this man is wandering around knowing names and so forth. The few friends that I have, I've never, the ones at school and stuff, never have I ever even tried anything.
Alicia is, how can I put this, a special case.
Special, but
She
she's
has not that kind of, not that kind of special. She kind of pauses to think. Alicia wanders quite a bit away from her own people. She has openly admitted to fraternizing with those such as leeches, vampires.
She kills them as well.
She has killed at least one.
Poof. Huh.
Don't worry, Bettina. She's not a leech lover. Just don't.
Well, she says she isn't. I'm not convinced.
The sad fact is, in New York, if you go outside, you've got these walking corpses all over the place. You should be careful, Bettina.
There are vampires in this city. I
Lot.
was told that this was a garou-controlled city. I was told that the Bone Gnars controlled the city. And now I find that we don't have all the parks, and there are vampires here.
Our sept is secure. No one has violated our borders, as far as I know, in the past year, other than the 2 instances that were not anything other than our direct enemies. Ones that actively plot against us, anyway. Am I right about that one, Kenjii?
I believe so. I don't usually see those kind around here. They don't like my cooking.
But regardless
Sorry,
to say, they are in
my
the city.
humor is not the best.
Such creatures are in the city, and apparently creatures calling themselves fallen, to whatever that means, exist in the Bronx.
Oh, I've been told not to go to the Bronx, but I've not been told what's
I
there.
was told not to go there as well.
1 tier once.
What is
What?
Once.
What is a fallen?
Once.
I have no idea.
What did it eat?
Normal cuisine, I guess? Perfectly behaved customer. It was right after I opened.
It may still be a vampire or a servant of Jormungandr.
Mm. Might be, but didn't seem that way, but it was a while ago.
Getting somewhat sidetracked, yeah.
I
As
know.
far as
This is interesting. Tell me more.
wish I could. I don't honestly know more. There are creatures known as changelings, I know that much. They're an interesting lot.
I've been warned to stay away from them.
What?
Fairies, fae, changelings. Think of old folklore.
Yeah, she will. Hold on. It's not a high dice pool.
Nope.
I, like,
Like child
Tinkerbell?
stealers, changelings. Don't accept their food. Don't go into a fairy circle. That kind of thing. They were never seen as being very nice until Disney got hold of them. Let's just say that.
Okay, because she thinks you're lying, and you're having her on, the stupid bumpkin from out of town. She's going to do perception and empathy on you. She's not sure what to make out of this. Wow, she has, like, no empathy.
What a surprise.
I'm rolling intelligence for Kenji's memory here because it's
One
not
success.
the best, but it's good enough.
Okay, so one success. What does she see on his face?
He's trying to explain something that's very hard to explain because it sounds stupid. But
God, maybe he's telling the truth.
I've been warned never to accept gifts off them and never insult them. Well, never say they're ugly. Apparently they're quite vain. But I've not met one yet that I know of.
It is.
Are you
one
sure
of-
this isn't just some Silverfang having you on?
No, I think these things are very real.
According to Aaron, anyway, they're very real.
According to a lot of garou, they're very real.
Really? Okay. Are they? They're spirits then. When you go up under and you see them, and
As far I don't know. I'm sorry, Bettina, I don't know.
oh, okay. Back to vampires though. Why are there vampires here?
This is a city, Bettina. This is a gut of the worm. Of course there's going to be vampires here.
Often New York is called City That Doesn't Sleep, I guess, for a reason.
Oh, Bettina, I'm guessing you've never seen the Umbralscape here, have you?
No.
It's probably a far cry from what you're used to. Lots of webs everywhere. The tapestry is pretty thick here. This is an area very much influenced by the Weaver.
It was my first glimpse of the Umbra looking at it.
I understand then.
We have
Battlefield.
one. It is a battlefield, and we have one bastion. That's the park. It's the one place our mother is still very strong.
Cheer up, it might never happen, Bettina.
No, I want it to happen. I want to prove myself. I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised.
Well, it stands to make sense that vampires would be in a city, lots of people around.
If you believe the stories, these are the end of times. Things aren't going that well.
If we have whole areas that we're not allowed to go into, we have garou that are friends with vampires, and we have
She's not friends with
other
vampires.
garou that. Oh, okay.
She says she's not friends with vampires, and she kind of holds out a hand towards Anthony. She says that.
Anthony's just giving you a disapproving look as you're doing that.
Sometimes it is best to keep friends close, yet enemies closer.
And shouldn't catch that name. Okay. I see. Yes, this is much more intense than what I'm used to. But it seems to me then that combat skills are desperately needed.
With all due respects, what do you think you could do to most things a garou fight?
If I can fight a garou.
What do you mean by fight a garou? What happened?
I got a couple stories.
And she's a Kinfolk. I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't jumping in the fray.
And I have gone of wandering, and I have slain Jotuns and servants of Jormungandr, and I am really sorry that I don't have the words right now to tell you what the hell I'm talking about.
I'm still impressed that she actually went toe-to-toe with one of us.
A couple of you.
Bettina,
What?
just how many garou have you actually gone toe-to-toe with?
Normally it's just to settle a dispute, to be honest.
Bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No offense, I just don't believe you.
I'm not saying that I'm won every time. I'm not. And that's why I said to Mr. Yoshida, Kenjii, I'm sorry. That's why I said to Kenjii that that's how you improve. But I'm saying I won sometimes.
You've won.
Yes.
Are you sure they weren't going easy on you because you were kinfolk, because you was a woman?
Fuck you.
What's your manipulation subterfuge, by the way, Sarah? Out of character.
Three.
Okay, this is a difficulty 3 roll.
Look, if you are a kinfolk that can hold your own up against a garou, then I'd like to have your acquaintance, but until I see it, I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
I am not able to hold my own against David. He is my superior. He held me down all day.
Okay.
Danica looks intrigued. Okay, I'm not nearly as martial as David. You think you could hold your own against me?
I don't know.
Do I need to close front lines of shop?
Maybe.
I take that as a yes.
Is there an
She
arrow
goes to
that
close the
around
blinds
your
so
heart that
nobody
shares
can
things?
see inside.
Danica, I've learned to use touch recently, but I don't think I can patch her up if you rip her apart too much.
Oh, actually, I have. If you guys will let me go for 20 minutes, I'll come right back. And then we can really do this.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, great. And she's in a fantastic mood now. She's gonna fight. So she dashes off to like run over to David's apartment.
What the fuck are you gonna do, Danica? You can't lose to a kinfolk, and you can't beat up the ward's wife.
She's gotten herself into her own mess, and conversely, I will if I end up losing. She stands up as she goes over to her gym bag. I was kind of disappointed that I didn't
Like I said, I can
get to go to the
heal
gym.
her with my gift, but not too much. Go easy on the girl, okay?
She's a get. From all accounts I've heard, going easy on her would be a real big mistake on my part.
To be honest, I think she's a bit of... She's boasting. She's young. She's probably bullshitting us.
Well, then she'll walk away with a aching head and maybe a few broken bones.
Are you going to stay in Homid form?
Actually, I'm gonna roll my stamina and primal urge to go into Glabro.
Might be best so I don't have to close restaurant entire week for repairs.
Kenjii, I help you move some tables around or something.
He's already moving around some tables, but there's not a lot of open space in here.
I am trying to remember what the difficulty is for Glabro. I believe it's 6.
I don't know, Guru. Don't ask me. I'm a mage storyteller.
I think I have my book right here, so I can just look at the character sheet in the back.
Don't worry, Kenjii. They're not going to destroy too much, I hope.
I'm going to spend a little power on this.
I've only had to close once before because of something like this. I don't want to do it twice.
Yeah, she. You notice that she becomes a little bit more feral in appearance. Her hair kind of grows out a little bit longer down past her shoulder blades, and it kind of almost frills out slightly, and her nose comes to a bit more of a sort of a Cro-Magnon style as she grows claws on her fingers, and her eyes become more like that of a wolf with little bits of fur or more hair, and just overall looking more feral.
I have to say, there's nothing like a garou lady in Glabro form.
Anthony, I thought you weren't ready to have children again.
No, I'm not. Just making a comment. Accept it if you want.
She offers him a sort of a growl-like grunt at that with a smirk.
Well, at least you'll then Krynos.
I don't think I should have to, but if we do, well, that's going to
If
be...
she
I'm
can beat
probably
you,
going to have to do repair.
if she can beat you in Glabro form, then I doubt she's a kinfolk. She must be something else. I just won't believe it. I'm sorry.
I've heard of it happening before.
Well,
I never
I mean,
thought I'd see it, but I've heard of it happening.
people can get good at what they do. It's still the art.
Question, is peeking across the gauntlet only from the real to the Umbra, or from the Umbra to the real? I keep forgetting.
Peeking across, I think, goes both ways.
Is there a roll to
Don't
do so?
quote me on
So
that.
what is it?
You roll your gnosis. And it's the difficulty of the local gauntlet, which is probably considerably high.
Well,
Outside
we're also very close to the park, because Hell's Kitchen's like diagonally across the street from the park.
I'm not a storyteller, so I couldn't make a call on what the local gauntlet would be, but I'd say, if I had to guess, anywhere between a 7 and 8.
Which is it? Because I rolled a 7.
You're more of a storyteller than I am, so that's a call you have to make.
Not for a character. Not for my own character. So I'm
Right.
gonna ask Sarah on this one. Gauntlet diagonally across the street from Central Park. Gauntlet rating 7.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. Kenjii speak a little more. He's looking around at things that might not necessarily be immediately visible. Put it that way.
What are you looking at, Kenjii?
Making sure things are safe on other side.
Okay. Goddamn nonsense.
Don't worry, Anthony, you're special in your own way.
Thank you.
Seeing Bettina's back, Kenjii will let her back in.
Squee. Okay.
And lock up again.
So yeah. She comes back in and with still with that stupid grin on her face. She's got a little suitcase on wheels behind her. It's pretty small. It's like one of those little carry-on things, and you can see that it's still got some airport tags on it. But there are some things on there like extra tape and so forth, and some very big obvious things on there saying, if this seal is and this seals have been broken. Okay. Are we good? We should probably clear some chairs or something, right?
What have you been doing with something out?
Already been done while you were away.
Awesome. Thank you, Kenjii.
Anytime. I just hope I don't need this, as he goes behind the cash register and pulls down the ornamental sword that is normally sitting up there.
Oh, what is that?
Something I hope to never have to put to use.
Danica will narrow her eyes a little bit. Is that silver?
Once it has not.
What? Did you even answer the question, Kenjii?
It works.
Is it silver?
Oh, no. That is not.
Good.
Well, let's hope I don't have to use this. And Mega will take out his gun out of his holster and put it on the table far away. So.
No, although if I get my ass beat, I do want you healing me, please.
I'll do my best.
Cool.
Out of character, Jonathan, how many lights are in this establishment?
There's a lot of those white tube lighting, mostly. Not a lot of incandescent.
Could you give me a rough number, if you had to guess?
Oh, let's see. So if you have the normal sunken ceiling, you're probably talking about maybe a third of the ceiling is filled with those neon light tubes. I forget what they're called at the moment. But there'd be a good number. I'd say between 20 and 30 total.
Shit.
It's a large buffet restaurant. There's like 6 buffet tables, just to give you a size of the place.
Okay. Danica's sort of standing there. Her appearance has gone down by a point, so she definitely looks more feral than normal.
Okay, and should I if you said that, should I roll to notice it?
Sure. I mean, I don't think you really have a problem. She doesn't have fair glabro, so.
Okay, then in that case, she knows what that is, and she fiddles with the hairpin that's curing her hair and so forth when she sees that. Oh, actually, 1 second before we. And then she goes to the little suitcase and she unzips it. She puts out a change of fresh clothes on the table as well as some rubbing alcohol. Alright, what you gonna do? What you gonna do to this little kinfolk, huh? Gonna be a big, strong, whatever the hell tribe you are, beating up a little kinfolk, huh?
She's just gonna smile as she's sort of like, walking up almost as if she's gonna gesture to.
What are your wits?
My wits are, I want to say 3. No, 2.
Okay, 4. Okay, so that's 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay. For every 2 successes. Okay. The opponent loses 1 die from their next action. It's a taunt move.
Okay. So what is she doing?
You were a little bit like, oh, jeez.
Well, she was coming up, and basically what she was doing is she's just walking towards, like, what might be considered, like, the circle.
Mm-hmm.
so to speak, like she's getting ready to get in to get ready to fight. But I'm going to roll her manipulation and subterfuge, so it doesn't look like she's getting ready to take a shot at you. Let's see if I can't get a surprise action.
Okay.
On you.
You do lose 1 dice then.
Yeah, so it's only 5 dice now. And you just roll your perception empathy on this one. 1, 2, 3. And because she's not speaking, she doesn't get her specialty of forked tongue. So 3 successes.
Okay. Narrate it out.
Pardon?
Well, narrate it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. So she actually kind of comes up, and she's just kind of like hardly paying you any mind. She's getting close, looking like she's trying to get herself in the mindset to get ready to fight. And she comes up within, arm's reach of you, but she kind of has herself turned away from you, like she's shadow boxing away from you, sort of loosening up a bit. And she almost seems like she's not quite ready. She hasn't squared off with you just yet.
Okay. And is Mega really making that face? Bettina will laugh, and she starts to get into it too, and so forth, and her shoulders are kind of moving back and forth. There's some odd body language and stuff going on here.
But yeah, that's what she's going to try and do to get a sneak attack on you.
Okay. And with the 3 successes, does that mean you got the sneak attack?
Well, no. You roll your perception empathy to see if you notice that I'm posturing up.
All right.
She's trying to be sneaky.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so that's just 1 free punch I get, and then we have to roll initiative. So she's going to spin around, and while she's kind of got her, her left shoulder kind of halfway angled towards you, halfway not, when she takes her next step, which she looks like she's getting ready to go into another, flurry of a shadow box, she kind of spins around with a spinning back fist type maneuver, something you might see on in MMA and the UFC. So.
Mm-hmm.
That is 3 and 5 dice. So yeah, she's just gonna smack you. She gets 1 success.
Okay, and at that, Bettina yells out a little yelp, and then she laughs, and she goes, "Yeah!" She wipes her face.
See how much damage that did.
It's on.
It is on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
All right, so initiative time.
3 bashing, by the way, for that attack.
Okay, and I don't
Stand
soak,
up.
right? Oh, I can't soak. Okay, wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's just bashing. She's not gonna go claws out on you unless you give her a reason to, and then.
Okay, so.
Well, then we're in a whole new kind of thing.
Okay, she just took a little bit, and grinned and like.
Danica's got a smile ear to ear on her at that, like she's living up to the whole Shadow Lord name, kind of getting that first shot in with what she didn't see coming, at least in her mind. Well then, little Miss Get, let's see what you've actually got. And my initiative is 5, 10. I have initiative 10.
Okay. 11.
All right.
Okay.
So Danica declares she's going in for another punch. Yeah.
Okay.
But you get to go first. So.
Right. With that, I think what she's going to do is, because she saw that you had shifted, she is going to try and lunge at you, lunge at your face with her hairpin. And
Oh shit!
go for where the mandible kind of meets the cheekbone. Just to freak her out. And hold on, that is... What would that be? That'd be a dex and melee.
Dex melee. This is where I'm afraid. I'm so afraid out of character. And I was right to be.
So you stay here and she lunges at you. She's just like, yeah! Just screaming and lunging with her hairpin at your fucking cheek. Roll.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still gonna go for the attack, but it might be claws out if you get enough successes on this damage roll. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And, hold on, let me see. What the fuck would a hairpin be?
Probably strength plus 1 lethal, I'm guessing.
God. Okay.
Sounds like.
Okay. 2 and then 1 lethal.
Okay. I have 4 stamina in this form. Actually, I take 2 lethal to the cheek. You literally get that thing right. You get it right in there. And
And Bettina is giggling and laughing like a maniac.
For the love of God, Bettina, don't make a frenzy.
Kenjii looks a bit surprised.
Danica.
Good fun.
Kinda holding
Danica's
that
eyes just kind of go a bit wide at that as that thing gets. How far did she jab it in?
She was aiming for like the No, now I can't think. The
Giving her
opening
kind of like
the
an impromptu piercing, an impromptu cheek piercing.
Well, yeah, but she was like trying to. She was trying to get like the back of your mouth kind of thing, but it goes through the back of the cheek because that's easier to get than having to aim for the teeth and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dirty fighter.
Yeah, well, she shifted right in front of her. So if it was just going to be like Hamid versus human, then that would have been totally different. She would have left the hairpin in her hair. Not that she can explain any of that to you guys. You just think she's fucking insane right now.
That's why Kenjii formed.
Danica just kind of stands there as as her cheek starts bleeding, and she just looks at Bettina with this one raised eyebrow and kind of like her teeth bared on one side of her face, one that's not, or actually the one that is stabbed, so you can actually see like blood on her sharp canines. She just kind of looks at Bettina. Okay. And when she comes at Bettina again, she's gonna go claws out.
Okay.
Is the power you had still up, by the way? The -1 dice?
Let me see what it says.
Also, let me know if there's anything perceivable in the aura, with like activating gifts, things along that nature.
Yeah, well, one more time. This would be the last time that it's up for.
Okay. So then that's 5 dice, and at the end of this turn, she'll actually heal that lethal. Actually, no, because she heals lethal automatically, she's going to hold off on the claws yet. So she's just going to punch you again, but this time she's hopefully going for broke, so she's going to spend a willpower point to hit you.
Okay.
1, 2, and with that, 3, so 3 successes. So that is strength plus 2, 6 dice for bashing. and she manages to get one off.
Okay. Well, what kind of punch is that? Huh?
Yeah, so she kind of hits you and realizes it did next to nothing, and as
Oh my
she
god,
does
you
that,
hit like a girl. The fuck? This is how you fight against a kinfolk? You know what? You should practice against me more often, huh? Then you can go and fight Banes. And I'm gonna go and roll the taunt again. That's manipulation and expression.
I really hope that doesn't stack.
Kenjii, she's gonna make a frenzy and then she's gonna die. She's crazy, Kenjii.
Okay, and that's one success.
Okay.
So
Kenjii,
for this next one, that's negative.
Kenji's going to try to get a free social at this point. If the repairs get too much, it's coming out of your pay.
That seems fair.
All right, so Danica, as she makes that comment, you can see that the wound in her face is pretty much closed up at this point. She heals that automatically, and she's gonna spend a rage on this turn. And since you already made your action, I get to go for an attack here. That's a little bit. 1, 2, 3, so
And
6
one last
damage.
dice.
Yeah, that was one less dice.
Okay.
I have a brawl thing of 6.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, she comes at you and she's actually growling, just snarling.
Okay. So was that bashing?
Yeah, that's 3 points of bashing that you take.
Okay.
So she actually comes up towards you and she's like just growling and snarling. You can see that for one instant she's literally got her claws out, and Kenjii and Anthony can see that those claws are kind of glinting in the light, but at the last second she actually does clench her fist, and her fist just goes straight into Bettina's stomach, right below the solar plexus.
Okay. And at that, Bettina yells out and screams like crazy. But for all intents and purposes, she's really enjoying this.
Yep. And here comes the second attack for rage actions.
Fucking God.
And boom, 1, 2, 3. So that's again 6 damage to roll. Not nearly as good this time. Only 1 actually makes it. No, 2 make it through.
Okay. Okay. So she took one more.
Yep. So I think that's 5 you're up to now? 4 or 5, I can't remember.
Okay. At this point, she's not going to laugh or posture or anything like that. You slammed into her. She's going to take her teeth and sink them into your neck.
What the fuck is she doing?
Okay. So that's 1.
1. Alright. Roll your strength then. Thank God you don't have an aggravated bite.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, you bite into it and it's just literally like a rock solid. But since you're close enough, I think she's going to spend another rage, and she's actually going to grab a hold of you in a clinch.
Okay.
So it'll be Dex plus Brawl for this. Full dice pool, finally. So I do manage to get the clinch, and then I think we roll Strength and Brawl to see who has control of it.
Okay.
I
Sorry,
got
I'm
4
just looking at my
successes.
frickin' brawl. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Alright, so I do have control of it.
Okay.
Alright, so she's gonna like literally. She's got you to the point now where she's got you in that clinch. And she's growling and snarling at you. You got a hold of her neck, kind of or biting, and I'm guessing growling and snarling, much in the same manner as much as a
As much
kinfolk
as
can.
yeah, as much as she can right now after taking the damage.
And all she's gonna say is, "Now you have fucked up." And she's gonna go for a body. She's literally looking for a table, and she's gonna smash you into the table. I'm just gonna see what a body slam is.
Okay.
But yeah, she's going full on Dudley Boys here.
While this is happening, Mega's going to get his gun and stand behind Danica.
I have a feeling
few paces
Kenjii
away.
is rolling a willpower to stop from rushing in himself after one of his tables gets wrecked.
Alright, so this is going to
not
be
a
Dex
good
plus
roll.
Brawl, Strength plus 2. So here we go. Dex and Brawl. Holy shit. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's Strength, which is 4 plus 4, which is 8 plus 2. So this is 10 dice of bashing coming your way.
And
Oh!
Kenjii's gonna roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Kenjii might be rolling for initiative to join the combat at this point.
Hold on. Actually, how much has she taken?
She took at least 4. I'll give you the. I'll just say
I mean,
4.
like cumulative. I need to figure out.
Like I said, 4 damage. I think you've taken total.
Oh.
I think it was 5.
Because you took 1 from the first round.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, plus 5.
Okay. So what is the grand total for her right now?
Well, you've got to roll your soak first.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
And account for one penalty.
So you take
That's a lot.
7 points of bashing. So that rounds over into lethal. Actually, I think.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
So that's
when it goes to that, if she can still talk, she.
I think you're out. Yeah, you're
okay.
out at that point. So
Yeah, if she can yell, she's gonna yell that.
Yeah. But she has a hold of. We can do it while they're kind of both going to the ground because maybe she feels it coming because Danica's like literally got her up in the air as she's just like screaming out in let's say Russian. She's calling out your name, just cursing you, and how dare you pitiful little kinfolk in Russian. And she has you like literally up over her head, and she just, with that garou strength and agility, she jumps up into the air and literally kind of brings you down on the table, half on her knee, half on the table, kind of going a la Dark Knight on you.
Give me a strength roll to see if you break the table.
That.
You see how badly the table gets broken, because that's going to influence what Kenjii does here.
It's Bettina's
how about I
strength
roll
plus 1 weapon.
How about I roll the amount of damage dice that I got for the table?
Sure, that works.
Alright, so anyways, but she comes down, and I mean literally she rolls over, I think, into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lethal, so damn, she kind of breaks Bettina nearly in half. Out of character, I'm so glad that it happened this way and not the other way around. Because I never would have lived that down. 1, 2, 3, 3 damage to a table. How much?
Yeah, that table's wrecked.
Yeah, the table explodes when they come down, and Danica, what does Bettina say on the way down, if anything?
Depends on how much time. She's either
maybe a second or two, because she is kind of gesturing and posturing when she's holding you up there and kind of cursing at you in Russian.
Okay, she's gonna say it as quick as she can. I give suitcase.
And table goes everywhere. Bettina, at this point, she's kind of cradling Bettina. Is like, oh shit.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Bettina is completely knocked out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenjii will rush in to, separate them in case Danica's actually lost control, which thankfully she hasn't.
She's just kind of like over Bettina. She's got her face just right there up against Bettina's almost, and just snarling and growling at her before finally...
Declaration, I don't have to shoot you in the ass. You won.
She'll look at Anthony with a raised brow. She stands up at that taller height and looks at him, kind of panting and growling.
And Mega's just pointing the gun at you.
And Kenji's kind of got a good grip on his...
She'll roll her stamina and primal urge to shift back. And she does so. She comes back down to her human form and is panting, looks a little slightly sweaty, and she just kind of takes a few steps away, holding both hands up. Alright.
Oh, God, this is a fucking stupid idea. And with that, Mega will run over to where Bettina is. And how much damage is she taking now?
She's at 5 lethal. She's taken 7 bashing.
I can see what I can do with these touches, maybe.
Kenjii will give you a hand getting her over to lying on one of the tables, because he's got some of the tables side to side, so just to lay her across them, so, the doctor has some space to work.
So we place her on the table, and Mega just looks down and tuts at the amount of damage that's been done to this young woman, and looks scornfully at the garou again, and with an attempt to try and make her a little bit better. So it's an intelligence and medicine, difficulty 6, and for every 2 successes, it heals 1 level of damage.
As Kenjii puts the sword back on the display shelf.
God, that gift is shite.
I know, it's not very good at all.
It's World of Darkness healing, it's never good.
This is the really shit version of Mother's Touch. But there you go. Take what I can get. And I use a point of willpower, so I have 1 success. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that's 3 points healed.
Okay, is that enough for her to come to?
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Let's make this dramatic. What? Oh my God. Oh, Bettina. Oh, I am.
You're lucky I was here, so I'll do that again.
The end bit. What happened?
You got the shit kicked out of you. That's what happened.
Fucking A.
Kenjii points over to the wrecked table.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It will come out of my first month's pay.
It was not you
first couple of months' pay.
that used the table.
Wait. She started it.
Danica?
Yes.
Well done. I don't feel so good.
Honey, you were just body slammed through a table. I wouldn't expect you to.
Oh, did somebody help me?
She points at Anthony.
Oh.
You're still fucked up, but you're awake.
I know. That reminds me, actually. Could you hand me my suitcase?
Fine. And with that, Meg will go to the suitcase and bring it over. And say, just don't move, okay? You're still really badly hurt.
I understand. Thank you.
And then with that, he'll bring the suitcase over to Bettina.
Oh, God. It's hard to laugh. Out of character. Haven't used a fetish yet. How's that go?
The level of Gnosis it has is the difficulty you have when you roll your Gnosis to activate it. So if it says it has a Gnosis of 6, it would be difficulty 6, and then you roll your Gnosis to activate it. And I think you only need one.
Gotcha.
Or you can spend a point of Gnosis to automatically activate it.
Okay. In that case, then, she kind of like weakly paws at the suitcase and stuff. Just, she looks like, you know when somebody at the end of the night is like drunk off their ass at the bottom of the stairs and they're kind of like going, wow, hell of a fall, guys. That kind of thing. She's got that attitude, as much as it's probably pissing off Dr. Mega right now. And she's kind of like weakly pawing through her suitcase, and you can see her go in there, and like she holds on to something in the suitcase. And, oh, much better. And she stands up. All right, then.
What?
Got that out of my system. Thank you.
What's in the bag?
Some of my shit. You know, I've been so homesick the past 2 days, and that was amazing. Thank you, Philodox, and thank you, Dr. Mega.
Is she healed now? What's happened since she's put her hand in the bag?
Healed. She looks pretty damn good. Completely healed.
What happened to you? What's in the bag? Tell me. Show me.
It's my shit. And
show me the shit that made you better.
Guys, are you gonna get all funny if I tell him and not you?
Kenjii actually laughs a bit as he's going to take the damaged table away.
My brothers and sisters, we like to challenge each other for shit that we want to own. And I don't want to give this up.
Look, just if you don't want to tell the others, I won't tell anyone else. Just tell me, show him what. He's almost looking like trying to delve into the bag.
She pushes him away. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and see if David is finally home or not. Why don't you come with me?
Fine.
And I'll tell you there, okay?
Deal.
Okay. So, Kenjii, when do I start work?
Does Monday work?
Fuck yeah.
Then Monday it is.
Danica.
We open at 11, by the way.
Okay. Danica,
Yes.
that was so much fun.
It was, actually.
You have a strange definition of fun.
What
you
were you want? We're both standing, obviously table kind of...
Fun.
I probably would not have fared so well going through table. I would have probably been much like table is now.
Well, you start with her, or you start with Antony, and then you work your way up to her, and then you can work your way up to me, and if you can beat me, then you get to fight her husband.
Oh, just give me a couple months. I'll be back, Danica.
I much prefer competition of chess rather than
And I'm
martial
not
arts.
taunting that time. I'll be back.
I'm sure you will be. I'll be waiting.
Oh, guy, don't do this again.
And I'll have to order another table.
Okay. Why don't you come with me, Doctor?
Fine. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
I should really close up.
And the two of them exit the place, and Bettina is just in a really jovial mood, like a super potent kind of high feeling and stuff. And she's got one arm that's like taking her little carry-on suitcase and stuff with her. And the other arm, if Dr. Mega allows her and stuff, is like over his shoulders.
He'll let her do that, but he'll just look down and say, "What? How did you do that? What's in the bag?"
I want to wait till we're inside, gosh.
Well, look,
No,
my car's just here. I can drive us there, and with that, he
okay,
takes
cool.
you.
It was like a 20-minute walk for me. It's going to be even less this way. Oh,
No, I insist. Like that.
nice. Yeah, I can see why you would insist. Okay.
Look, come on. He opens the door, lets her in, and it's quite cramped. Only a two-seater. So you got this suitcase on your lap, and he starts to drive you back. So where is it you live? Is it in the actual? Where am I taking you?
To David's apartment. You don't know where your warden lives?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. And she gives him the directions, and for whatever reason, Nigel and I haven't talked about where the hell he lives, so we're just going to say that she tells him. um, and with that, they go on, and yeah, they get upstairs, and it isn't until like they're actually in there in the apartment. By the way, you are totally seeing Blitzkrieg's apartment now. It's
Mega's going to look quite unnerved. Blitzkrieg's been this mightier-than-thou figure that he's just seen like chew out of a garou. So being in this guy's house with his wife, he's a bit on edge. So
okay, and the front of it looks, you know what? Not to humanize the fellow too much, but it looks like a pretty common middle-class sort of living room, dining room, kitchenette affair.
Oh, well, that's not what I expected, but it's a nice enough apartment.
Yeah. Anyways, she rolls it down the little corridor and stuff that leads to the bedroom, and she lifts the suitcase onto the bed. By the way, the bed is torn up, the headboard is torn up and stuff. There's bits of the like paint and stuff that are going to need to be redone, and something clearly happened on the ceiling. And anyways, then she's unzipping it and so forth like that. And okay, this is what I have. On your honor, you must not tell anybody. I really cannot stand to have this taken away from me.
I won't say anything.
Okay. Been passed on in the family. A lot of stories about how we got it.
Okay.
But like I told you, they wouldn't send me here with nothing. And she unzips it, and at first it actually looks quite a bit like a clave. Until you see that it has the markings of Get Fenris, and you see that there's also some indications on there that this is probably not for actually hurting people.
What the hell is that?
I could tell you, but you know, I don't have all the words yet.
What?
Tell you, but pretty much it's something that works with me, and helps me with fights and when I've been a little bit too foolish.
Well, you better keep it if you keep having fights like that. You got the shit kicked out of you.
Well, of course. I really wasn't lying when I said that I have defeated Garou. I usually lose, but if I'd never tried, I never would have defeated some.
So how many have you actually beaten, honestly?
On my own, it's only been one.
That makes more sense. Although I'm still very good.
But, me and my brother have taken down Garou together before. Just the two of us.
Good for you. That's more than most kinfolk can say, but be careful. You can't take damage like our cousins can.
No, but I can take it better than Kenjii there. And I'd wager, even though...
Oh god, no. Then you want to beat the shit out of me.
I don't know. You have something.
But why would they take this away? Is this something that kinfolk shouldn't have?
No, it's something that's okay for us to have, but we could challenge each other for it. You can't challenge each other here for things that you want off people?
I've never had anything anyone's wanted challenge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, well, I just have enough family heirlooms. You're blessed of Gaia with your gnosis, and blessed of family with your toys. And you see a touch of jealousy run across his face.
Okay, you're just giving that to me?
It's blatant.
Okay. And she stops and she says, the friends that I mentioned, the ones that I said I never said the tribe names to and so forth, they were actually my friends. I had to stop seeing all of them when I dropped out at 15. I didn't get to choose that I dropped out. They just told me. They'd been telling me that I would never get to choose my own boyfriend since I was a kid. I don't get to have any say, and when I go wandering, I would just have to go with them if they needed the numbers, and they knew that I could help out. And I had no idea that I was going to marry this man until 4 months ago, and we're so awkward around each other, we don't even stay in the house at the same time.
It's going to be hard for you to adjust.
But no, I'm saying I expect it to be hard. I expect this shit to continue. You should expect to be jealous for the rest of your life.
Look, I'm over while I am.
And I got shit you don't got.
Very true. But on your talk of this marriage, it will get easier. You don't know him yet, but you'll know him soon. I was married once a long time ago. Same thing, it was arranged.
It was arranged.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that.
I was a little bit younger than you at the time. And it was an arranged marriage to a Black Fury garou. And a rune.
Really? I didn't even... Tell me... And she looks really, really curious about this, and her body language has gotten kind of odd, too. Like, she's sort of lowering her head and making herself a little bit shorter than you.
Her name was Tanya, although her said name was Mother of Scars. And that's what she looked like, by the way. At first I hated her, but then I did love her and she loved me. And we had $2 together. And then she died. You have to be prepared for that. You do know that most garou don't reach 50. But then I don't think you're going to reach 25 by the way you act.
No, we'll die. Somebody else will probably raise our children. I am so sorry. Did somebody take your daughters?
They were taken away from me for their own protection. They bred true. The only fight I've had with a garou is when I lost my temper with the pack alpha, when they took away my children and told me to breed again. It was like a squirrel fighting a dog. It was pointless. After that, I left and went to medical school after college.
I see.
Good luck. You'll be fine. You've grown up with this all your life. And even though I don't know your husband, I'm sure he's a good man.
There is some fucking shit in my eyes. I will be right back to fix it. Um, I, Colin, what hospital do you work in?
Mount Sinai. It's right by the park.
Think it'd be okay if I visit you sometimes?
Of course.
Not to, challenge you or anything, just to talk.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to fight you. But yeah, it'd be nice to talk. It can get lonely being a kinfolk, especially when you're away from your own kind. That little trick I had with spotting people, garou in Hamid form, for
Yeah.
about 11 years I used that to avoid talking to them. I stayed away.
See.
Well, the one word of advice to you, if you do have children with your husband, don't let them take them away, because you'll never see them again.
I was told they didn't do that in America.
I don't know, maybe it's a tribe-specific thing. Maybe you get do things differently to the Black Furies.
Right. The pollen is really bothering me a lot. But I really want to talk to you again. I think there's a lot I want to learn from you.
I'm honored. But thank you. I'll make my leave now and go home. Here, when you take out his phone, have you got, put your number in my phone for me so we can contact each other.
Oh, thank you. Here you go.
Thanks. Well, I'll speak to you soon, Bettina.
Okay. Yeah, soon.
And with that, he'll go up to you and give you a soft but firm plutonic hug.
She
There's a,
stiffens up a little bit and yes, thank you.
then hold you back by your shoulders and look at you and say, I'm going to go now. It's been a pleasure, but please, even with that thing you have, you should be careful. If I wasn't there, you wouldn't be awake to use it. Look after yourself.
You're
And with
right.
that, he'll turn and walk out the apartment and go back into his beloved car.
Okay. Bettina, thanks for a long time. Just kind of sitting on the couch. And kind of decides maybe she'll stay up tonight. Wait for David. Thank you for watching. We'll end our scene here.